Bashers! Hello, Bashtardos! My name is Dirk. This is Dirk Weekdays on the iBashers Network, the iBashers channel. It's your show. I just host it, as always. Great to see you all today on this Speedy of Tuesdays, Speedmaster. Saw a guy in Trader Joe's today, and he was a dick. He was wearing a reduced Brotherhood, right? Brotherhood. And I was like, oh, how interesting. I went, oh, I love your Speedy Reduced. And I went like that. And he looks at me like this. What does that mean? I went, Speedmaster Reduced. You're wearing, just, never mind. And I just walked away. What a douche. That's a great quintessential New York word. I know it's probably gained global acceptance all over the place, but I love it. And it's so New York. Two words that are totally New York, started in New York, used in New York, part of our vernacular, and I think have gained somewhat acceptance all over the world. Douche and skank. Two very, very descriptive words. A douche is always a guy, and a skank can be both. But not usually. If you're wondering why Dirk looks really red today, it's because I got the shit kicked out of me at my great niece's graduation, which was really an exciting affair. It was in a fishbowl on Long Island near the water, and it was 80 degrees out. And when I left the house, it was raining. And so I wore a button-up shirt, no tie because it was too hot, and I wore a blazer. It was blazing hot out. It was outdoors. My dynamic duo, identical twin nieces, Julie and Christine. It was Julie's daughter, her eldest, graduating from high school. How does that make you feel when your niece, who you played the Link and the Legend of Zelda and Castlevania and all of those games on Nintendo, and so there's three of them. Julie, Christine, and then their younger brother, Michael, who is a lawyer. And he's got 4 kids. It's insane. Christine's a registered nurse, and she moved out of state. And how did it happen when they were kids just a minute ago, and now their kids are in school, and one of them graduated from high school? I was very proud of her. She was great. We went on this amazing trip to Ireland years and years and years and years ago. 2007, when she was 1 year old. And I said, do you remember any of that? She goes, I was 1. But the funny thing is, as you guys all know on the channel, that I spent a very good deal of my early life in Ireland. We have so much family there, and we spent so much time over there. And my first memories were at 2, I think, being at my great-grandmother's house in Ireland. And so I do remember that, but I was 2, so I had a year on her. I remember my first memory ever in my life, my first actual memory is being on, I guess it's Killala Bay in Inniscrone on the west of Ireland. And we were getting some ice cream, or I don't know what it was, but it was like seaside attractions. And there was a captain's hat, and I wanted it. And my mother said no, and my sister Pat bought it for me. She's, 10 years older than me. And, she was, in charge most of the time. And she bought me the hat, and I have tons of pictures of that gathering that year, because my great grandmother was very, very old. And you see pictures of it now, and you're like, holy shit. One of these cool days, you know what I'll do? If it doesn't bore you guys to tears, I'll go get a bunch of those photographs of us when we're so young. You might get a kick out of it to see me super crazy young in Ireland, all over the place. We were in the West, we were in Dublin, we were all over the place because we have so much family there. And, we're, a lot of people say, they're from the diaspora. Like, I'm barely from the diaspora. We're just, straight here. And so many beautiful relatives that we're so close to and that we love so much. Anyway, what is your history on this Speedy Tuesday? Because I know you guys aren't douches. You might be wearing your Speedmaster, but it's a day to celebrate all watches. It just happens to be who invented Speedy Tuesday, like Waco, or I don't even know who invented that. Houdinki? Somebody did. I'm not quite sure who it is. But let's go see who is in the Bastards Gallery today. Starting with Dave Fahrenheit 451. He's number one. Dave is number one in the room. Amazing. Doesn't it feel good? I love how you guys always battle for number one. I think it's the cutest thing in the whole wide world. Anyway, that's why I'm so burnt. I mean, I got the shit, but not my arms or anything, just my face because I was wearing a blazer. And finally, I took it off. And then we went out for a wonderful dinner. It was to see everybody. It was really very, very nice. I'm really, really glad I went. Andrew Wolkowicz, Canadian $2, working till 5:30. You workaholic. All should upvote and subscribe if you can. Please hit that bell to never miss out on a notification. And please hit the like and or subscribe button because it just helps out with the algorithm. I know we're a nice little tight-knit family, and that's great. And we're probably funny about allowing new people in. But we've met so many new people that are so nice. I think so. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Vasilios P is here from Greece. How cool is that? Oh, hey, Vasilios. So I'm going to name drop Julie, my niece, her first husband, because she's a divorcee, and she'll get a kick out of me saying that. I sat next to George, her first husband, whom I really like, always did. And okay, so marriages might not work out, but friendships can develop, and he's a good guy, and he's Greek, and we were talking about, because he didn't even know that, because he's out of the picture, he lives in a different state, he didn't realize that I got to play over in Greece, and I was telling him the whole story, and because I played Greece in 2019, 5 years ago. What the hell is that? How did that happen? Yeah, God, we had 2 years notice, or a year's notice, before we played in Greece, and the anticipation, and you're like, oh my God, it's a year away, blah, blah, blah. Now it's 5 years ago. Oh my God, where does the time go? I don't know. Dean says upvote. Please upvote. Why don't you? Oh, I didn't give. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm so used to being out and about now that I'm not doing my job, and my job is for the beautiful Andrew Wolkowicz, who we adore so much, everybody's favorite mascot for eye bashers, especially Dirk Weekdays. So then we have Dean, who says upvote. Please upvote if you can. It's really helpful. I appreciate it. The girl with the wrench. The girl with the wrench. It's Carolyn Martin. Men, as a general rule, do not like the word reduced. Do I smell entendre? He was, listen, it's a small watch. It's 38.7 millimeters. It's not a big watch. It doesn't have the big wrist presence, even on my 7.25-inch wrist, which is okay. I guess it's average. It's a little bit small when there's a lot of real estate on both sides, but it fits like a glove, and it's got the most bracelet, but he didn't have my bracelet on. This is the Dirk's Speedmaster sniff out test. And I wanted to have a whole conversation because I think he was wearing an Uncle Seiko. It was a flat link. And, it never came on a flat link. Never did. So I wanted to inquire because who wants to know more about Speedmasters than I do? I wanted to know. And whatever. He wasn't going for it, but he had some flat link bracelet on. It was really, really weird. And then a couple of minutes later, I'm on the line at Trader Joe's because here's my day today. At 9:30 in the morning, I get up. I have to go to my hometown of beautiful Jamaica, New York, which is a horror show. I had to go and drop off some paperwork for, the thing, which is not fun. And I went there, and then I got back on the train. And then I had to go to the post office because I had to mail something to DL's people. And then I went to Trader Joe's. So I had a long day. And then Paul had lent me his Metro card so I could get on the subway, for free. And I lost it. Da, 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 da. I'm not exactly the type of person that puts stuff in my pockets. I don't like pockets. I have a little man satchel, a man bag, a man purse, a merce. I'm not afraid to admit I do. And but I had it in my pocket, and somehow, some way, I lost it. But I was able to get home because when I got on the railroad, I took the train, the subway to the railroad, to the court, to the back. And I had to take the train to Grand Central Station on the way back because my local station was out of service for westbound trains. So I swiped myself on the subway, but somewhere in between there and me getting home, whatever. I don't know. And how does this have anything to do with the guy that doesn't like the word reduced? I was just insinuating that he has a small penis, I guess. And with his attitude, I'm assuming that he does. Horrific. Dave Fitzsimons, hey, Speedy reduced. For the win, David Fitzsimons, for the win. He was reduced. Ticket. Melly C, good day, Dirk, and all the bashers. Sorry you're late. It's always good. I just got a sweet email from her. I'm going to read it to you. She sent me something in the mail. Because it's my birthday on Friday, and I don't make a big deal out of that. But I will just say for the record, I'm probably gonna do a walkabout on Fridays, because why not? Because I'm with Sheen and I won't go to Coney Island. And Saturday night, which is my actual birthday, I'm gonna spend that with some close friends. Shag Daddy Rocks, who you know on this channel, my dear friend Patrick. We've penciled in a night to just, be friends and hang out and share each other's lives and all that stuff. I miss him a lot, and I don't get to see him all that much. So I'm not so long ago, but I'd like to see more of him, as we'd all love to see more of the people we love, right? Isn't that weird how the internet and, it was Facebook or whatever, MySpace, Truth Social. We feel like we're so connected to these people because we get to talk to them via text, sometimes a FaceTime. Like, my besties, my people. Like, I got to see Shay, my niece Shay. She was in from London. She's a barrister, isn't she fancy? With her wonderful boyfriend, who we really like. And she was in town, got to have dinner with her. And that was really great. But I don't see her that much, but it feels like it was yesterday. And, FaceTime, it's really helped us out during the pandemic. I think I was drinking Barolo every night and on the phone with either Europe or California. And isn't that fantastic? But it's not the same as giving them a big squeeze, a big hug, and saying, I love you, man. Thank you, Melly C. Thank you. That's very sweet of you just to do that. I mean, you're just so kind. And I love Mork and Mindy, and I love you. You are beautiful as a person as God made. Can I just say that? Thank you so much. And I don't make a big deal out of birthdays. I don't really give a shit. Anyway, Dean says, I can't take no number one anytime. You've been number one, haven't you? You can take it now. Well, yeah, because you're earlier. I don't know if that helps, though. I scheduled it rather late today because I was on the train. And then what did Dirk do? When I found out, I'm in the house going, oh my God, where's the MetroCard? I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I lost your MetroCard, because it's a monthly MetroCard. It's MetroCard, for anybody who doesn't know what that is. It's your Oyster card, or the thing that gets you on the train. And so what did I do? I backtracked from here to the bank, to Trader Joe's, to the post office, to just see if I could find it. And I did not. Anyway, Ronan Sherpa. That's a cool name. Ronan Sherpa, right? Crispy Dirk. Yeah. You know what I did, though? Check this out. I burnt myself, and I knew it. And I was like, oh, what am I going to put on my face? Many years ago, I had done, I don't know, fix somebody's computer, or I don't know, did something, I guess, nice for somebody. And in return, they sent me a box of creams and jellies, facial things, moisturizers and, manly things. They smell like sandalwood and fire. And what was in there but sunburn oatmeal stuff. So I put it all over my face, on my nose, because my nose got it really bad. And you know what? It totally diffused the bomb, and I don't think it's going to peel or anything. I might actually get a tan out of it. So I'll have to get the rest of me done. But yeah, Crispy is right. Vasilios got in at number 3. Number 3. Amazing. I got to show you. You know what I'll do? Send me an email, Vasilios. I'll send you an email of a band from Cyprus that covers my band Hitman. And I get emails from this guy every once in a while. They play shows, and they play the song we have called Breakout, which is very, very, very hard to sing. And they do a great job. So I'm amazing. Vasilios also says time passes fast. It does, Alain Gilbert. Bonsoir, Dirk. Bonsoir to you, mon ami. Good to see you. Franco Fiore. Grazie mille, signore. Upvote, please. It's nothing, I mean, I don't know. I watch all these guys. They have graphics on the screen. Please subscribe, like, and subscribe, and do this and do that. I don't really do that much because you know who I am. I know who you are, and it's all cool. Vasilios pieces. Hope to meet you when you move to Venice. Well, I'm not going to move to Venice. Well, I mean, maybe. Paul says all the time, because you sure you don't want to move to Venice instead? And I'm like, I don't know. Because, the little town that his family's from, I fell in love with it. It's magical, and it's not touristy at all, but it's a Roman walled city. And I mean, it's just, I'm going to show it to you. Why shouldn't I do that, right? Let me go into the Google machine. I'll go to Google Maps. I'll show it to you. It's a really amazing place. I'm not doxing anybody because, I haven't moved there yet. And it's not touristy. Anyway, it's called Fano. And that's the wrong thing. I'm in the wrong thing. Hold on a second. Share screen. Tabs. Here it is. And then I'll show you where it is. It's pretty amazing. Okay, so let me pull out. San Marino. So San Marino is it's its own country in Italy. It's like Vatican City. I think Italy is the only place that has two countries within the country. So you guys all know what Italy looks like, right? That's the big boot. And then if I blow it up and you look along the eastern seaboard, you'll see Rimini, which is famous where all the fabulous queers go. And, it's not so fabulous. We spent a night there a couple of years back, me and Emmett and Dana and Paul and the kids and Shay. And man, it was like I thought it was great. I'm going to just say for the record that I had a great time because it was so trash. Everything about it was Euro trashy, and it was terrible. Anyway, so the big city, let me see if you can see exactly what I'm looking at. Let me get rid of that. Thank you, Vasilios B. So you can see it on the mappy poo. Okay, so here it goes. So Pesaro, that is where Luciano Pavarotti is from. I don't know if he was born there, but he certainly lived there. And then Ancona, which would be where I would fly into. So I'll blow this up now. And you get to see, this is the little town of Fano. And it was built in the year 9. It is a walled Roman city. And I mean, there's a lot of places all over, like other towns, but are all in the greater Fanese district. Now, this is the border of Fano. And this is where Paul's family's from. But if I pull it down here and I show you this whole area here, that's the walled city called Centro Storico, center, the center of town, downtown. I mean, it means, basically means the center of town. And it is really cool. And if I drag this guy in here and I just plop him, let's see where we wind up. Okay, it doesn't look okay. So, this is very interesting that it showed you this. See this street right here? This street, now it doesn't look very ancient, right? Because this is an addition. There is like a sandbar that's connected by a little land bridge, which is right here. And then if I go down this block, now you see this really old town, right? And I know the town upside down, so I know exactly how to get around. So there's a great gelateria right here, but this is Via Nolfi, and this is like everything's cobblestoned and really pretty. And so I'll show you the square. I'll take you. This is Via Nolfi, so this goes where we want to go. We stayed in a beautiful place called Palazzo Rattati last time we were there, and she has a dog, a Jack Russell, and his name is Jack, and he loves to play in there. And look, you got all the kids there on bicycles, and that, I believe, is it right there. No, Palazzo Rattati is on the next block. Next block right here. Right. So, yeah, it's right here. That's the Palazzo Rattati right here. It's a really beautiful hotel, by the way. It's got about 10 rooms, and it's more like a bed and breakfast, but it's really, really great. So if I want to go back to the piazza, I will go down a Main Street because this runs alongside the water It's not going to let me in there. It is. Okay. So, it's a very, very old city. But I'll show you the wall, the Arco di Augusto. So this takes us right into the piazza, which is the Piazza Settembre. Now, it looks to me like the fair is just leaving town. Now, Wednesdays and Saturdays is when they do the market square, where you can get clothes and leather goods and shoes and food and all that great stuff. And it's not going to let me go any further there, so I'm going to have to go around and around. But this is the bell tower, the Campanile, but that's, it's kind of a lame one. But it had to be rebuilt because it was bombed during the war. So now, if it will let me go through here, let's see. It will. Great. So okay, so this is like one of the main shopping, like main corso for shopping, and I'll show you a place that we almost got a couple of months ago. We almost jumped on it, and it was in this building here, which looks very Mussolini. This building right here, and it was, but it got sold, so we didn't get it. But it was quite beautiful. And, we were like, maybe we should jump on this now. And I was like, the money was a little too much. We weren't quite ready. We weren't ready. We just weren't ready. So I'll just take you back. This is where I'm going to go, because I don't want to live in a crazy, I could live in Venice in a heartbeat. There's no doubt about it. I easily could. So Google Maps are fun. So if I go back up here, where am I? Yeah, this will take you down to, this is beautiful. This is there's a cathedral back there, and there's a cloister there, and it's just a very, very beautiful place. But now if I go back to where we came in, and I'll show you how close it is to the beach. Now, when you get to the end of this walled city, the wall ends, and then you have to go over a land bridge, and it takes you to down one of these little blocks, and it goes all the way down to the beach. So this might just stop here, because I think it's gonna, because it stopped. Anyway, the beach is like a couple of blocks away. Anyway, I digress. I'm talking like a lunatic. It's a really beautiful town. And when we go there, whenever you're in Italy, you should pop by Fano, and you'll know where I am, because I'll be broadcasting from there, more than likely so. Ronan Sherpa says, you lost the Metro card. I did. Luckily for me, it was his monthly card, and because I thought he'd be furious, but he was like, I think there's only a couple of days left. But he called them up, and it's actually pretty easy to call them up and to get refunded whatever days allotment put towards your next one. So he probably went and he got another one. Anyway, I felt terrible about it, because I've lost it before, years ago, but still, it's like, sometimes when somebody insists you take something that you're like, I really don't want to do that, because I'm going to feel weird if I lose it or something like that, and you do lose it, it's horrible. Melly C says, paying it forward is the best feeling. It totally is. Doing something nice for somebody, it feels a lot better than, receiving. It is better to give than to receive. Nothing could be closer to the truth. Is absolutely true. Vasilia says, happy birthday in advance. Thanks. Your birthday is the 21st of June. Okay, Paul's is the 23rd. My neighbor Rose's is the 19th. We do a dinner every year. We usually go to a restaurant, but last year we had one up here. Because she's getting on in age, and she doesn't eat so much, and God knows she doesn't drink wine anymore. Not that she used to, but like on my birthday dinner, I want to drink wine. There's a restaurant called Manducati's in Long Island City, and it's a really old kind of a mafioso style restaurant. You want to sit with your back against the wall. That's all I have to say. And but it's really good food and great wine list. And we generally tend to go there every year. And she did agree this year that we'll go there. So I'm happy. Because I still have to deal with this crap with the evil one. So it's not that I'm not doing stuff on the deck, but I'm not really doing that much at all. So I'm trying to get on the other page, trying to get you to the beach, because I want you guys to see how cool it is. And it's not like a fancy beach or anything like that. I'll put you back on the stream. Thank you, Vasilios. You rule. Share the screen. I just have to remember which one goes to the beach. See, so you're in this circle of brick, and does that one go down? And that's the very end of it right there. And then you can take any of these roads to the right, and then there's these modern-y houses. And I wouldn't have a problem living over there. See, there's palm trees everywhere. Isn't that so cute? It's very, very cute living. And this is a 2-minute walk to the beach, La Spiaggia in Italian. And people have gardens and stuff like that. And this road, kind of goes along parallel to the beach. And I love these little blocks. You can't see stuff here. Will this go to the beach? Will it? I don't know. I should have taken the main road, but I didn't. Oh, look, it's letting me go pretty far. But sometimes on Google Maps, it just stops like it did just there. So what I'll do is I'll go back to the map, right? I'll go back to the map. Go back to the map. And I'll put us on the beach. I love the little guy. You can put him on the beach. So I'll put us there. Boom. See, and so here's all the cabanas. So there's like a beautiful boardwalk and all these kind of like little cute, very inexpensive hotels. There's a couple making out. Uh-oh, what are you guys up to? You guys, oh, is that, hello. Oh no, it's a group of girls just talking. They're very affectionate in Italy. The guys kiss the guys, they hug each other. I'll never forget sitting at this hotel right here, having coffee right over here with Paul's aunt and uncle, who are now no longer with us. And it was really nice. So here's the beach. That's the Adriatic. On the other side, you can't see it. Well, actually, it looks like you can see a little bit of it. That is Croatia on the other side of the Lungomare Giovanni Paolo. It's very beautiful beach. And they have all kinds of stuff down there. They even have a Ferris wheel down here now. Will this let me go to the beach? Get out of here. Wow. Oh, that's amazing. Look at this. So this, and by the way, the water here is gorgeous. And it's a pebbly beach. It's not sand. It's very, very small pebbles. I know you can't tell from this picture. Well, you can actually. And here's a guy. He's probably having a cigarette because that's what everybody does in Italy. And you've got like sandbars down there, small light craft, of course, graffiti. There's not a whole hell of a lot of graffiti in Fano, which is amazing because there is so much graffiti to be found there. Now, these hotels will cost you about, and I'm not kidding you, $60-$70 a night. But when you go down further, it gets, wow. So I hadn't been there in like 10 years. So we were there in no, that's not true. Oh, sorry, I'm so wrong. We were there in 2015. And then we were there in 2021, and Emmett, Dane, and the kids came, and they got to see Fano. And, I would imagine they wouldn't be all that excited about it because we were like, we got to go there. You don't have to come. And they're like, all right, we'll go. And they wound up really digging it, which is great because, I love them and I want them to love my future home. So this is like this hotel. I forget this is called I think this is called Genolio. And I guess they're cleaning their pool. This is one of the nice ones. These are like $60-$70 a night. It's very inexpensive to live in this place. This is where I plan on like running iBashers from. And all kinds of food. There's a great pizzeria. I know, pizza's not famous anywhere but Napoli. But you know what? I haven't yet to have had Neapolitan pizza. I've never been to Napoli, so I don't know. You have all kinds of beach clubs here. Bagni Carlo Cafe. There's a big library down here, which is very similar to Long Island City. Has a library on the seaside. And as you go further down, there's a lot of fishing. So there's a lot of fresh seafood for all you seafood lovers out there. I'm not one of them, but, I don't judge people for what they do because it's none of my goddamn business. You want to have a big cheeseburger? Have one. I don't care. I don't care. Who cares? Who cares? You know what, man? Life is too short to judge other people and their choices. Speaking of that, I watched a program on PBS last night. It was called Casa Susana. And it was, look at this. So now we're getting into like the rough part of town. This is where it gets nicer again. But this is where all the ships go out of this. Wow, look at this! Look at this fascist architecture. Mercato comunale all'ingrosso di produzione della pesca. Oh, pesca. Okay, there you go. Good, it was too far away. And this is where all the big boats come out of, and they all get, this is the ferry. And then you go down here, and all the famous, look at, there's more fascist architecture, crazy, right? Amazing. House of Maritime. And these are all the old time fishermen bungalows, I guess. Great restaurants. There's a drink in that I finally have. I've actually probably had it a couple times, but I don't remember it. Emmett drank it, and I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll do it. And it was called Moretti, and that's what they drink. That's the Marche, because that's the region that they live in. This is a nice little walk too, and you can buy all fresh seafood down here. And of course, there's plenty of cats. So Melly C and I could go play with them all and feed them and try to steal them. And then it opens up into a big giant harbor. And then if you go up this big road, and tell me if you're bored, which goes back into town. Now this is where it gets freaking cuckoo. So this was all brand new to me because they built that bridge, and now it was like Euro trash, like all this super trash, disco at night, all kinds of cuckoo, Euro EDM, and all these hotels are lit up by neon at night. It's quite nice, but it's so Euro trash-a-rooney, man. People come to maybe see, girls in bikinis and make the sex and all kinds of things like that. It was very Borat. But the coastline is just absolutely gorgeous, and there are some really nice restaurants and things to be had. And anyway, that's it. That's the town. That's the place I'm so super interested in. Not that Venice is out of the question. It is not out of the question. It's but who knows? Who knows what'll happen in the end? I don't know. Facilio says he loves Ravenna in the summer. Yeah, of course. It's beautiful there. It really is. All of Italy is a museum. It sure is. And it was funny. One of my favorite parts of the whole trip was Emma was like, wow, this is cool. And then he looks, he goes, 9? Because it says like anno 9 in Roman numerals. He was so impressed. And oh, by the way, I was working on the tune yesterday. It's a big undertaking because there's a lot of choral. It's a big choral thing for Sunday Mass, because he rewrote the theme. He wrote the new theme for Sunday Mass, and there's a guest star on it. I'm not going to say who. And if I get it right, it'll be really good. Because Emmett got it right, and the guest star got it right. I just have to make sure my parts are great. I'll probably finish it up tonight or tomorrow. I'm not sure. Rufus is here. Hey, my birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rufus. Happy birthday to you. Everybody, happy birthday, Rufus. That's great. Your birthday is the 10th of June. Do you like Rufus Wainwright? Have we discussed this already? We probably have. Look at that. Gemini. The singer in Mr. North, Sheen's cousin, Colin, is also he's actually in May 29th. And he's a Gemini. Gemini, Gem. Say, everybody's like, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Del Boy ZA. Buonasera a tutti. Good evening to all. Indeed. RP 1960. Oh, man. I don't know if it would bore you. I want to show you the arc. I just don't want to bore the shit out of you. So you know what I'll do? I'll go find it real quick. You should see the Arco di Augusto, because this is where you get to see how old it is. And I always fuck up where it is, because it's in it's via Viale Alighieri and Arco di Augusto. Just give me a second. I'll put it back up. You're welcome. I'm glad. I don't know if it would bore you or not. I mean, I love being taken on little tripperoonies. So the Arco di Augusto is like the entrance to the town. It is like where it's kind of like the main. Okay, so there's the Hotel Siri. And that's where we stayed the last time we were there. Look at that. It was 163. We didn't pay that. We paid like 79 a night. We paid very little for that. The Arco di Augusto. Where is this? Arco. A-G-O-S-T-O. I don't know, Italy. Because it's so small now. That's where it is. Yeah. Boom. Oh, see, I wouldn't even have looked there. There you go. Let me take you right there. I'll take you there. I'll take you there. Okay, so we're right outside the art's going to be right. Where is it? That's not where I wanted to go. Silly. I want to go the other way. Do I have to go back out because it took me to the wrong spot? It did, didn't it? So I'll just blow it up so I know where I'm going. That's where I want to go. Right in the middle of that road. Oof. It's down this block. There's the sign that says 9. Can we see it here, though? It says it right in this wall. Or was it on that side? I don't remember. I thought it was right here. Anyway, I'll take you out. So this is the entrance. This is what the Romans built, which is so Roman. I mean, that is so Rome right there. And then that's the Arco di Augusto. This is the main entrance to the town, and this was built. This and the wall, and this is the remnants of the wall that are left. So the Centro Storico. You can go out here, and you get to see the whole wall. It's very, very cool, and so medieval, huh? And this is the main, one of the main streets here in. And it's not giving us the name of the street because it's funny because the name of the street is S16, but it's also ready. It's like called Kennedy Boulevard. And we always see this house. This house has been like abandoned for years and years and years. It's on a main street, so I wouldn't want to live there. It doesn't have a lot of property either. But this is the main entrance to Fano. This is all Fano too. Now, if we went down this way, this would take us down to the beach too. And there's a lot of cool shit down this way too. This is Via Bozzi. Viale Bozzi. And this is going to take us to our hotel where we stayed in. And because I hate staying with family, they all offer, and man, I just want to come and go as I please. We ate at this restaurant and it was kind of shit. Mandria. We sat outside. We sat like right there. And I have to say, it was me, Dana, Emmett, the kids. It was just, they were a little, I don't know, maybe because it was the time of day we went in there, because we were a little bit early, because, you know, we're Americans. This is this beautiful park area here. And there was another house that really interested me too, and it's still for sale. It's just I can't afford it. This is the Hotel Siri right here. We stayed here. That was my room right up there. Or actually, I think it was the one above it. Yeah, it was on the top. No, it was, I don't know. I don't remember. It was a couple of years ago. And, you know, it's like just fine. Really nice. It's the kind of place that instead of having like beautiful breakfast, they have like a toaster and some scrambled eggs in a chafing dish and some juice. And Italy has this very strange thing with ace juice, which is some kind of amalgam of fruit juices. But it's a really, really pretty place. And this block is amazing. I wouldn't mind having a house here. This is the canal that leads down to the water. It's a very beautiful place. I love it. I love it. And I hope you come to see it one day. And, you know, whatever. You're welcome. Del Boisier, you coming to Toscana for a visit, though, right? Dude, I can't pass up anything in Toscana. Magical. My only problem with Toscana is landlockery. As much as I love Florence, and you know, I know it has the Arno and all that stuff. There's something about, because I grew up near water. You know, my life in Queens. It's right next to an ocean. I've always lived near a big body of water. Spending all that time as a child in Ireland with the Atlantic Ocean as well. I just love. I mean, I'd probably forget it fast if I was living in Tuscany. You know, because the most insane olive oil everywhere. You know. Melly C says, "Oh my God, I'd want to take all the cats home with me." Melly C, you know what I should do? You know what I'll do tonight? I'll gather a bunch of like photographs of like, way back in the Kennedy days, but I'll boot up when we toured Greece. I had one show, toured Greece. I played one gig. We went to it was off season. It was March. So we wound up, the only island we could get to was called Hydra, Hydra. And I made so many cat friends because, I'm an early crazy riser. So it was like 5:45, 6 o'clock. I'm out having coffee and staring at the Aegean. It's crazy. And it's the bluest blue I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen blue like that. Not in the Caribbean, nowhere, or the Caribbean, depending on where you're from. Anyway, long story short, I'm sitting in a chair and a cat, black and white cat, just jumps on me and starts going like this. Hi. I'm like, oh my God, who are you? Oh my God. I have pictures with this beautiful cat. And little did I know that I'm sitting here, my hotel's behind my head, and then there's all these boats all the boats come in from fishing at night. So what are they all waiting for? The fish. So the second the boats showed up, this cat was out like boing. And it also turns out that it was the shop cat. So it was playing me like a fiddle. He's like, this guy is, I know who this guy is. Show enough. Like Mykonos, beautiful, but definitely some year. Oh yeah. Well, whenever you have an island paradise, Mykonos is famous for it. What is that other famous? What's the Spanish one? Ibiza. Everybody says it's super duper trasharoonie, right? Hardcore shutterbug. Greetings, Earthlings and Dirklings. This is my friend Steve, my band Hitman's mascot, a singer and photographer in his own right, singer of the Serial Poets. Fantastic band, coming out with 2 records, covers record and an original record. The guy just doesn't stop. I wish to God I was that prolific, but left to my own devices, maybe I would be. I don't know. Hey, Robert Slunski. My birthday's on 17/6. Gemini's rule. And yes, I have your beautiful Omega to show everyone tonight in the Gallery of Bastards. Send me your shots. We've stayed at La Galizia. Beautiful. Happy birthday, Rufus. LP La Galizia Agroturismo in Cugiono. Oh, look at that. So I think I told you guys that it was at the end of our Fano wrap up, Paul got a hold of Agroturismo, and we had 40, 50 people from his family there, and wine, beer, desserts, a birthday cake for the O'Malley's daughter, and I'm just not naming names because I just don't think that's cool to do. And the whole bill was 960 euros. It was less than 1,000 euros for 50 people of a non-stop Italian basheroni. It was crazy town. Jer O'Malley, Aaron too. He's on Sunday. Yay! By the way, Jer O'Malley, do I have it? Hold the phone, okay? Hold on. Hey, it's my show. I can leave the broadcast when I want. So the very first birthday card I got this year was from dear Geraldine O'Malley. Look at that. Aww. Look at that. I just got it this morning. Wishing you a wonderful birthday filled with all the happiness that you deserve so much. Just for you. Happy birthday, hon. Love, Jer. Aw. I love you, Jer. First birthday card I got this year. It's on Saturday, but hey, it's nice to be thought of. Send me Aaron's address, will you? Would you send me an email? You know where to send that. You know how to get a hold of me. You have my info. I'd love to send him a card as well. Del Boy ZA, we've got beaches in Tuscany. Beaches, but on lakes, though, right? I guess so. Oh, I guess so, right? Does Tuscany go that far over? I always think of Florence, but I guess I could be wrong. Like Cinque Terre and all that stuff isn't that more Genoa? I don't know. Educate me. I love it. Melly C, cats know who the good people are. Cats see me coming, man. They just, today when I was in Grand Central, there was a cop with a Malinois, Belgian Malinois. Listen, German Shepherds make my heart stop. Maybe because I had a Shepherd mix, but Malinois are just so beautiful with their black snouts, and they're so friendly, but they're the #1 drug dogs. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. And there's a Sheen to educate me. Tuscany has tons of coastline. I guess I never thought of it that way. I guess it do. Tuscany goes all the way to the sea. I always thought that like it got interrupted by something, but see, you learned something new. Tuscany is basically identical to California. Really? I always thought of Tuscany as more inland, but you know, I don't know. I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything, and I guess I don't. But you know what it's time for, kids? It's time for this. The Gallery of Bastards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bastards. You share them with me, and I share with the world. The incredible Emmett O'Malley, his first one. And now we've got so many happening. The guy is he's so prolific, it's not even believable. Absolutely crazy. So this is Robert, who is showing off his beautiful Seamaster with full illumination. Looking great on you, Robert. What's this? Are you in your car? Are you in your car? Is that what that is? What is that? Let me see. What is going on over there? Huh. Yeah, you're in your car. I'm driving in my car. I put on the radio. Beautiful. See, this is a great alternative. If you guys love white dials and you can't get the white Speedy, look at that. It's a perfect watch. And Seamasters are magical. Who doesn't love them? Look at that. It's so legible. Some people are not a big fan of the skeleton hands. I happen to love them. I think they're very unique, very interesting. You got a lot of loom plot there. Sick looking loom. And this is a day shot. So it's looking pretty amazing. Thank you, Robert. How nice of you to do that. Looks great. Fantastic. Next up is Ray Ray, who says for D-Day. This is for D-Day. Look at that. Okay, what is this? Oh, it's a Timex. Oh, a Hodinky edition? Oh, look at that. Oh, interesting. It's got a very unusual collection of watches. He's got a pretty big wrist, too. But I guess he's a seafaring seaman, right? So why wouldn't he, right? He's pulling all those ropes onto the boat and such. I would imagine he does, right? Thank you, Ray Ray. And then... what the hell is going on here? Oh, my God. What is going on here? Is this real? We're in a pub. Somebody's got... oh, my God. Now, is that... what is that? An ibis? Or an ibex? What is that? An ibis is a bird. So what is that? Look at the horns on that thing. It's a very satanic. Steve, you still in the room? Wow. Wow. Delboy said he hadn't heard the gallery tune yet. Really, it's been hot. It's been top of the charts for the last couple of weeks. We have a couple now. We're working on the new Sunday Mass one, and that's going real well. And I've got the walkabout. It's a walkabout, the Dirk about to the ends of the world. For our special on location episodes. Thank you so much for that, Ray Ray. And this new one is kind of like rock and roll, so it might take a little bit more production time than the others because it's big. It's big, and it's Maestro O'Malley flexing his classical and his pipe organ skills, which is fantastic. Dean, the dancing machine, says dedicated to the Dragon Lady. Some kind of mystical, magical stuff. That's pretty scary, man. Actually, in real life, she's scarier. That's all I have to say. in regards to that, dearest Dean. Brian showing off his mini love. You know, we had all those great shots of the minis the other day. Beautiful. That says he collects these guys. Look at that little blue. Isn't that beautiful? You only sent me one shot of your mini today. I mean, the other day, what was it, Sunday Mass? We had all those minis. It was absolutely incredible. Really incredible. It's beautiful. Emmett has one too. Emmett's a mini guy. He does. This is Matt showing off some crazy stereo action. Scotland's finest. Fine audio. Isn't that clever? You know, like, I mean, yeah, I'm a tech head and a gearhead, and I used to have nicer stuff, but I wouldn't be able to get like into the whole serious, audiophile scene until I had like a separate room just to listen to music. I have my, Kirk KRK studio monitors and my Crown Power amp. I got all the stuff for recording, and I listen to music. I have to admit that, I have a turntable that's under a club chair in my living room, and I don't plug it in, and I've got tons and tons, thousands of vinyls here. I hate to say it, I've become that person where I listen to music on YouTube to hear it, and or Apple Music. Not that I like it, but it's like shopping on Amazon. I shop on Amazon. I don't mean to, but I do. I don't mean to do it, but it's convenient. And if I need something fast, I get it. I mean, we've all become kind of like, if I was single, I'd probably be swiping. No, I wouldn't. But here, look at this thing. Holy shit. Western Electric. What year is this from? What? But look at that. Is this... Now, Western Electric isn't a company anymore, is it? This is something you would see on telephones and devices from the 40s, 50s. But look at it. It looks, because look at this. It's got this crazy LED, LCD meter in the beginning. Somebody bought the company or just put that word on there. Phono CD tuner. See? What does BT mean? I don't even know. BT. Phono CD tuner, aux 1, aux 2, BT. I don't know. Very interesting. And then this is in Scotland, huh? If it's not Scottish, it's crap. Wow. I don't even know. This looks like somebody setting up for a giant gig. In audio, like, it's amazing because in the performance world, all the amps and speakers. I remember when you were a kid, there was mountains of speakers on the floor. Now there are no speakers on the floor when you go to a show. Everything is flown from rigging now, and it's usually in these stereo pairs, and you get quad sound. And it looks like home audio or theater audio is getting bigger, whereas pro audio is getting smaller. J. Porter Studios. Look at this stuff. Wow. Like speakers. Like my speakers are like this big. But I have to admit, I mostly listen to stuff on headphones. Look at this. Those are speakers. Oh, Jesus. This is crazy. Like, who makes this shit? Sun Valley. Look at those valves. My God. Mamma mia. And that's a turntable. Crazy turntable. I think I would, if I had my druthers, though, I probably would... like I've said this before, I'd get all the old Macintosh shit, not the new stuff. I'd get the vintage stuff, the C8 and all that stuff. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Lassick is live in the room. Holy crap. We never get to see Jim Lassick live. $4.99. Good evening, friends. Great to make the show live. Cheers. Oh, cheers to you. Can't believe you got in here. Let's give you a gong for that. Great to see you in the house, Jim. I just happen to see that in the corner of my eyes. I'm going to say something about that because I never get to see Jim Lassick live. There he is, live in the studio. Thank you for that, Matt. Andrew Wolkowicz. Human, why are you still awake? Oh, here's the ladies, the grand dames of the Wolkowicz house. Look at that. Yeah, but the thing is, cats can fall asleep at the drop of a hat, and you can't. Well, Paul can. But look at that. Melly's like, oh my God, right now. Crazy. Wow. That's insane. Look at the size of that. She's girthy. But you know what? God bless her. Oh, she's making that. She's got the those dilated pupils. You know what that means? You're aggravating her in some way, dearest Andrew. Oh, look at her. 29 years old, these kitty cats, both of them. The pair of them are almost 30, if they haven't hit 30 already. Just, that's miraculous. How that in the world, I have no idea. Here's Ken with a vintage Certina, or Cettina if you were Italian, right? Look at this. That's gorgeous. Oh, man. Is that a pie pan dial? I can't tell from here. The angle looks like it could be, or no, probably not. Oh man, that's beautiful. You know what? There are so many beautiful old, vintage dress watches, in smaller millimeters, etc., that are so affordable and beautiful. I don't know what you get this for, but it's beautiful. 21 jewels, absolutely beautiful. That's a gorgeous watch. Those hands are incredible. On the bar with a proper cocktail and a gorgeous strap. See, that's so much, that's if you were standing next to that guy at the bar, you would definitely have a conversation for an hour with that. He could have, something really ridiculous on and it wouldn't be anywhere near as interesting as this is. Absolutely beautiful. Thanks for that, man. It's a great one. It's a great one. It's a great one, Ken. Easy E. Oh. He sent this right before the show started. We're in the lust of everybody's life right now. Explorer 2, white, polar. Everybody's madly in love with this. So Shane's madly in love with this watch. He's wearing this quite often. It's a beautiful watch. It really is. It's beautiful. I mean, white dials are just the thing now, aren't they? They're just the thing. And I guess like this was the first big one, right? Though people went crazy over it. Now everybody's going crazy over the white Speedy. Yeah, this is a special watch for a lot of stuff. People are crazy like this, that people are like me. I'm crazy for Milgauss. People are crazy for Air King. Explorer 2 people. And I love the original Explorer. It's and I love the old ones. One of my favorite watches of all time, like a really, really sick 1970s or 60s Explorer. Oh, beautiful. But this is gorgeous. It definitely pops. And you know what you can do? You can tell the time. Message to Daytona. I can't read the time. This, speaking of Shag Daddy Rocks, my dear friend Patrick with his cat Addison, out on the prowl looking for all kinds of wildlife so he can eat them, beat them and eat them, right? You're a chubby cat too. Laverne was chubby at one time, and I put her on that diet. Now in hindsight, I wish I didn't do that because I think she would have been better off if she had weight on her. Yep, there's that. Look at Mork. Here's Melly C's kids, Mork. And he looks forlorn there. Oh, Mindy looks aggravated too. Mork must be bothering her. She's such a beautiful. She's, for those of you who weren't around back in the day, months ago when Melly C won, I forget what she got. Watch roll, I think. Usually I did pick a number, and everybody's like, no, choose one of the Bastards Gallery. I'm like, I can't pick a picture. And they're like, pick one of the cats. I'm like, Mindy. No offense to anybody. But like, oh, I mean, my God. And the one particular shot she had sent was just unreal. I mean, she's beautiful. Look at her. Look at her dilated eyes. Oh boy. Who's aggravating her? Oh, look at this. It's a whole Mindy pictorial. Oh, and there's Mork having a snooze. Oh, she's watching him, right? Oh, he's about to jump. She's up there. Oh, that's what's going on. Now I can see the whole scenario in my head. Oh, and now he's relaxing. I'm surprised he's not an Amazon, but he's actually sleeping on the couch instead of an Amazon box. Melly C. Superstars, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Vasilios, Summer View. Oh, that's pretty beautiful. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful. I think there's another one. One moment, please. I think you sent me two. Oh, and here's a beautiful beach. This is Greece for all of you who don't know where Vasilios is from. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, look at that sand. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Greece is one of the most magical places I've ever visited in my life. The people, the food, the culture. I think the language is sexy as F. When people speak it beautifully, I love everything about it. But there's just no way I could ever live there because of that alphabet. I mean, do you think Italian's hard? It's not, actually. But holy shit. Oh no, Vasilios, you're going to kill us. Oh my God. Who is that? Oh my God. Is there anything like a kitten in the world? Look at you. Now, if that's a street cat, I would have immediately scooped her up and taken her home immediately. But I'm assuming this is your kitty cat. But in Greece, there's cats everywhere. Everywhere. In Croatia, there were cats everywhere. And I bought a backpack, which is against my rules because I hate backpacks. But I bought one so I could put a giant bag of food in the back. And I was just feeding all the cats of Croatia, even in the hotel, because the hotel we stayed in was in Dubrovnik. The cats would come up at breakfast time and they'd be like, shoo. I'm like, if you shoo these cats away, we're going to get up and leave and check out immediately. Just leave you built a hotel in their domain. This is their nature preserve. That they go down to the sea, they catch fish, they do all these things, and you built this resort here. So I said, cut it out. And I actually went to the manager and I just said, listen, this is not cool. They're shooing the kittens away. This is one seriously adorable little lady. And I'm assuming that that's a lady. I could be wrong. Anyway, this documentary on PBS last night, it was called Casa Susana. It was about these guys that are cross-dressers in the 40s and 50s. And it was fascinating because, one, they were all heterosexual. They were all married. And they just liked dressing up in ladies' kit. And they would go to all these places where other guys used to like to dress up in ladies' garments. And it was fascinating. But then a lot of them went and had like Christine Jorgensen's sex reassignment surgery. And then they were lesbians because they none of them were homosexual. And I've said that a million times, that everybody I've ever known, every guy I've ever known who likes to jump into a frock is not gay. Every single one I've ever known. But you never know. You never know. It was fascinating. It's on PBS, the public broadcasting system in the USA. I don't know. Casa Susana was fascinating. And it was interviews with like their children. They all had children. It was fascinating, truly. I only say that because I don't know whether or not that beautiful kitten's a boy or a girl. Look at this. What is this? This is David Smith. Look at this beautiful view. Look at that. Wow. Now, is that what I think it is? Let me read the email. New Zealand. Hey, Dirk, it's a beautiful morning. Looking out from my deck across mountain. I'm going to butcher this, so forgive me in advance. Maunugani. Mount Manganui. Have a good show and best wishes, David. Thank you so much. Wow, New Zealand. I'd love to get over there. I've never been. I'd like to go. Vasilios with a sunset on a Greek beach. Looking great. Look at that. I mean, just that part of the world, man, is just so beautiful. And they have their shit together. All the dogs, all the stray dogs, and all the stray cats in Athens. There was a truck that went around that fed them and gave them, shots. And I mean, we can't pull that off. And everybody was saying that Greece was in such bad shape financially and socially. And I was like, the bars were packed, the restaurants were packed, the people were happy. I went to that amazing church service. It was incredible. Here's Robert again, but with some turntables. Very cool. Oh, this is a cool room. This is like some kind of crazy man cave you've got. Are you a DJ? Rob is a DJ. He is what he plays. Can't fool around, no. Can't fool around, no. Look at that. That is very cool, man. It's a real art to that. You know, the DJs now cheat. They just get up there and they throw their USB stick in. Amazing. Amazing. Here's Rob with the agriturismos. Look at this. For those of you who don't know what an agriturismo is, it's like a restaurant and usually a hotel, like a lodge that serves food that they procure from their fields or their livestock or whatever. It's all on the property, and it's usually very reasonable compared to restaurants, and it's superior. So great. Local wines, local Prosecco's, absolutely incredible. If you all look at this, oh, I hope they're not going to eat them. Oh, no, nobody eats donkeys, right? I'm sure somebody has, but. Oh, who are you? Oh, my God. Wow. Oh, look at these guys. Oh, my God. What is that? Crazy shit. Huh. Is that nuts? And what is that? Is that? I can't even tell what that is. Please do tell what it is. Oh, look at this. See, this is what you get in an agriturismo. The food is outrageous, and that's beautiful. Yeah, the agriturismo we were in was on the, like outside of Fano in the mountains, and it was a really clear night, and you could see Croatia in the far, far distance. It's a 9-hour ferry ride, though. Because Paul's family is from Fano, but his father's side is from Vela Luka out in the islands off of Dubrovnik. And we went there and we saw it. And it was pretty great. Pretty great. Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. It is fantastic. Fantastic, Rob. And Jim Lassick to close out the gallery of Bastards. Uh-oh. Is Oshin still in the room? Look out. Oof. That's some crazy action with his AP offshore. Wow. Yeah, Oshin's he's screwed now forever. Now that he's got his APs, he's like the AP guy. It's just nothing will do it for him. He loves them so much, and they are cool. And I used to not really get it. Now I totally get it. I totally get it now. I just love the bracelet on that. I love how that thing attaches, and that leather strap with the red stitching. That is crazy. Absolutely beautiful. Give us more when you get a chance, Jim. And it's always great to have you live in the room. Wow, so amazing. So amazing. Wow, it's beautiful. Oh, here's a note from him. He's been traveling quite a bit, so I haven't been able to be with you live in a while. Hope as well. Why don't you also tell us where you've been so we could talk about it? Because you know what? I need to live vicariously through you until I get rid of all this crap that's been going on in my inner world before I can get over across the pond and see all the beautiful things and learn about the Toscana coastline, which obviously I knew nothing about. I always thought it was kind of stuck in the middle. But see, that's what the show's great. The smartest people in the world will always let me know when I'm wrong or if I don't know. I don't know everything. I don't know. No, I don't know anything. I don't know nothing. Or as Carolyn Martin would say, who cares? Who cares? I don't know. Remember to send all of your pictures to basharddirk@gmail.com. That is basharddirk@gmail.com. That is how I get the pictures, sublime and obscure. You share them with me and I share with the world. Also, I'm going to send you an email, dearest. And his name is Stefan. Stefan, you sent me a PayPal, but I don't. You sent it to my basharddirk@gmail.com. Just I don't generally say this on there. I put it in the description, but my to support the channel, it's PayPal dirkworld at nyc.rr.com. You can. I will send you an email. please just unsend that, because I tried to set up another account and it was really a mess. So just so you know, that's the real one. And the Bashtards, I know it should all be one thing. I get it. And it hasn't been a problem. It was only a problem once, but I don't want you. And you sent me £10. That's very kind of you. And I want to thank you so much for that. But I'll never get it because they blah, 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 blah. That's just how it works over there. I want to thank all my Patreons. And do I have everybody in here that is, do I have everybody? Patreon Pantheons, Jim Lassick, Andrew Wolkowicz, Go Motosoto, Nick Sisto, Complicated Time, Fergal McDermott, Nathaniel Hannon on BASH.com, Dana O'Malley, Dana, Lord Scotty H, Dean, The Dancing Machine, Alba Benedetti, Angelo Minicillo, and Gasman 308, Danny LLL, he's here, Dave Fahrenheit 451, Dave Fitzsimons, and the lady with the wrench, Martian, she's here, Easy E, Mimi Reichenbach, Chris on the Upper East Side, Drew B, Scott Love, and yes, we do have a new one, and I didn't put it in there, and I'm going to do it right now because I want to make sure she's represented, and it's Jocelyn. J-O. Is it in there? It is. Save. Boom. And I want to show it now, because she's in there. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Jocelyn Bittenbender for becoming a Patreon this weekend. I'm grateful for all of that. Thank you so much. It really helps out with keeping me out of the bar and on the show. And I will be doing a Dirk about to the ends of the world on Friday. I won't be going to a place that doesn't have internet. I will be going to a place that has perfect internet. It's mostly going to be just a place to go out and drink because it's my birthday and we're just going to sit around and do everything. There she is, Jocelyn Bittenbender, next to Scotty Love and Drew B and Chris on the Upper East Side. Thank you so much for joining the Patreon Pantheon. It's a beautiful thing. Remember to send all your pictures to bashtardirk@gmail.com. And for my dear friend who said he hadn't heard the theme before, this is the incredible Emmett O'Malley who wrote this. The gallery of bastards, send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The gallery of bastards, you share them with me, and I share with the world. The incomparable Emmett O'Malley. Yeah, so, and we're working on a new one for the Sunday Mass, and we have one that I use for the Dirk abouts, the Bash abouts, the I Bash abouts, and to wrap it all up, Jim Lassick says he still loves his Rolexes. Well, if sure, I don't know if Vashin still loves his Rolex. I think he's all totally AP'd out now. I just think that, you know, like if like it was the end of the world and he had to get rid of one of them, it definitely wouldn't be the APs. 48 of 48 and upvotes. Oh, you're 48 of 48. It's crazy. Hey, it's Drew B. I just said you on the thank you. Came in at the very end, but it's great. That Roar of the Tiger says, thanks for the stream. Oh, man, thank you so much. Oh, I didn't see this, Roar of the Tiger. During the 2016 election cycle, Ivanka Trump went on vacation in Croatia with Wendy Deng, the former Mrs. Rupert Murdoch and possible CCP spy. Ask Rupert. Oh, probably. Croatia is one of the most magical places I've ever seen in my entire life. I've only been there the one time. And it's funny, Paul's Croatian. He's got a Croatian last name. As Italian as he is, his last name is completely Croatian. And my high school girlfriend, Ro Marisic, was Croatian. And her family's from Kirk. And we drove right through it. And while I was there, I was texting her going, oh, my God, we're in Kirk. She's like, oh, my God, I'm going to drop it on my family. I'm like, no. We were staying in Rovigno, and that was unbelievable. Absolutely incredible. I didn't get to go to Pula, which I was told I should. You know, we did the touristy shit. We went to Split and we went to Dubrovnik and yeah, and it was all great. I can't say anything, but I think Ravine was probably my favorite place. We stayed at this very strange hotel, which was great. I loved it. I loved everything about it. Anyway, Vasilios P, awesome stream today and have a beautiful day. Thank you all for joining me on this Tuesday, Speedy Tuesday edition of Dirk Weekdays on the iBashers Network. Tune in tomorrow. Will be whatever Wednesdays. It's all about you on Wednesdays, and that's all we care about. So, guys, remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember that when you encounter unkindness, you can't always know what that person is going through. give them the benefit of the doubt. You know why? Because they might just be having a really bad day. Either that or they're just a cunt.